Downtown Detroit. Local 4 News at noon starts now.
A live look over the area shows dull gray skies on a Friday with a few more showers possible.
Plus, not the gunman's first choice. Alarming new information this afternoon surfacing in the Las Vegas shooting investigation and the state of mind of the shooter. At a DDOT accident at dark, a woman is in critical condition this afternoon after a bus slammed into a driver standing outside of her car. But this Friday afternoon, we do want to start with the forecast, as a lot of people are keeping their eyes on the skies, hoping to at least dodge the raindrops.
Right, and a lot of it came already through the morning, so it's becoming less and less, but not done yet. You see the heaviest concentration of rain on your Friday afternoon right now, our south zone, areas along and south of I-94 from Milan to maybe heading toward the downriver area through the next 60 to 90 minutes as we widen the view here. It's drizzle in a few other spots, parts of Wayne County. The farther north you go, the fewer showers, but still a little bit of drizzle showing up out there. And we are tracking a little bit more rain coming out of Coldwater, Kalamazoo, Battle Creek, trending mainly into our south zone. Temperatures in the upper 50s to low 60s out there, and only really improving once we shut the valve off here and start getting into at least a peak or two of sunshine, middle upper 60s through the afternoon hours. And we could be dealing with a couple of showers for Friday night high school football. What about the Michigan State game? I'll have that forecast. A very interesting Saturday coming up.
All right. Brandon will be checking back in with you. In the aftermath of the Las Vegas massacre, there's growing bipartisan support for tighter restrictions on bump fire stocks that allow semi-automatic rifles to fire essentially as fully automatic weapons. This as investigators are digging deeper into the background of the gunman, Stephen Paddock, who'd outfitted a dozen rifles with those bump fire stocks. NBC's Sarah Doloff has the story from Las Vegas.
Evrod, good afternoon. As mourners continue to add to the growing memorial for the victims, investigators are getting some possible new insight into the gunman's mental state. As bullets rained down on the Las Vegas Strip, Raymond Page captured the chaos as he loaded injured concert goers
gunshot wound in the chest here
into the back of his truck.
Anybody else?
Gunman Stephen Paddock's girlfriend now telling officials he displayed mental health symptoms and would lie in bed moaning and screaming. But still, neither she nor his brother believed he was capable of such violence.
Something happened in his head that the Steve I knew 2 weeks ago is no longer the guy who did that.
Investigators also looking into what went on inside Paddock's Mandalay Bay hotel suite in the hour between him shooting a security guard and SWAT making entry. They're examining a dozen phones and laptops left behind and say he researched other outdoor concert venues in Boston and Chicago. As a grieving city slowly gets back to business, a tribute to those killed at one of its most recognizable landmarks. 58 crosses at the Welcome to Las Vegas sign, each inscribed with a name. Officials have released the identities of those killed. The oldest was in her late 60s, the youngest just 20. In Las Vegas, Sarah Doloff, Local 4 News.
Sarah, thank you. An investigation now is underway after a DDOT bus slammed into a 34-year-old woman after she had just gotten into a fender bender. This crash happened on Meringue and Marne Streets on Detroit's east side. That's where we find Local 4's Coco McAvoy. She joins us live now this afternoon. Coco, first of all, tell us how this woman is doing.
Evrod, police say the woman is in critical condition. The crash happened right in this area. You can see the debris still in the roadway, and we spoke to a neighbor who witnessed the aftermath.
I just opened my door and I'm like, what happened to these people?
This is a scene Sandra Knox is talking about from around 4 o'clock this morning on Meringue and Marne Streets. Police say a 34-year-old woman driving a Dodge Journey first struck a Dodge Avenger. When the two drivers were outside of their cars taking a look at the damage and exchanging information, a DDOT bus slammed into the 34-year-old woman. The woman was taken to the hospital. Police say the other driver was not injured in the crash, but now the bus driver is under investigation for the crash, and neighbors are praying for the best outcome for the 34-year-old woman.
When I seen this van that was demolished by this bus, there was police here, there was police there. I just prayed.
Of course, our thoughts and prayers are with that 34-year-old woman. Now, it's unclear if there were any passengers on the bus, but police say all of this is still fresh and it's under investigation. Back to you, Ebrod.
Well, Coco, has anyone from DDOT or the city said anything about what happened?
Yes, so we spoke to a city official and they say right now the driver has been taken off the road. The driver will not be driving another bus until they complete their investigation. But they also say that driver will undergo tests for alcohol and drugs just to try to rule that out as a factor in this crash.
Oh, well, we're certainly praying for this woman and hope she makes a full recovery. Coco, thank you. Police in Redford now investigating a home invasion that ended with a suspect getting shot. That suspect entered the home around 7 Thursday evening while a mother and her infant were inside, and he demanded property. Well, during that home invasion, the male homeowner came back and opened fire, shooting that suspect. The man took off but was later caught by police. Officials say that the resident did not know the intruder before this incident happened. And right now, Detroit police need your help. They need your help finding this 70-year-old woman. Take a look at your screen. Her name is Laurice Glenn, and she was last seen walking outside of her home on Oakman near Joy Road. This is on the city's west side. We're told that she suffers from mental illness, and if you've seen her or know where she is, you're asked to call Detroit police. We do have an update about a tragic story out of Taylor that we've been following for you. An elderly woman there and her adult daughter, you might remember, they died during a home explosion. Well, we've just learned that the daughter was actually dead before that explosion happened. A medical examiner is working to determine the exact cause of death, but as you take a look at this cell phone video, you can see just how intense the smoke was. Firefighters are still trying to figure out what caused the explosion, and they are telling us, however, that it appears not to be related to natural gas. Well, as we all know, a heated rivalry will play out tomorrow on the football field as Michigan hosts Michigan State. But school officials are looking to turn down the temperature between Wolverine and Spartans fans. Local 4's Kim DeGiulio is outside the big house with more on this warning from the athletic directors.
The big game happening here this weekend, Michigan versus Michigan State. And while the fans can be very passionate about this one, both athletic directors from both schools are sending out a message to fans to play nice. The big game is finally here. The University of Michigan versus Michigan State University. But for the first time ever, this game is under the lights. Kickoff this Saturday at 7:30 p.m. in Ann Arbor. Both teams will fight it out to bring home the Paul Bunyan Trophy. And of course, bragging rights. Of the last 10 matchups, Spartans have a 7-3 record against the Wolverines. Of course, nobody can forget about the last time these two teams met up in Ann Arbor.
Whoa, he has trouble with the snap!
A last-second fumbled punt changed the outcome of the game to give MSU Spartans a win. Something Michigan fans would likely like to forget. Last year, the Wolverines pulled out the W in East Lansing. Athletic directors Ward Manuel and Mark Hollis have released a letter to the fans who plan on attending the big game this weekend, saying in part, the best aspect of this series is how it brings the entire state together. Our two universities can show that civility and respect can be a hallmark of not only college sports, but what we need to strive for in our society. Michigan is currently undefeated this season, while Michigan State has one loss to Notre Dame. Well, no matter what happens, we do know that it's certainly going to be a great game here at the Big House tomorrow. And again, just remember that it is the first night game. Plenty of people will take advantage of lots of tailgating, so drink responsibly. And at the end, it is just a game. Reporting here in Ann Arbor, I'm Kim DeGiulio, Local 4.
May the best team win. Kim, thank you. Next on Local 4 News at noon, stumbling upon a piece of history, what was found in a video camera donated to the Smithsonian. Plus, NFL superstar Cam Newton apologizing now for comments that he made about a female reporter. We'll tell you what happened just hours after he made those comments that had him saying he's sorry. And we'll also have the very latest on the Tennessee church shooter who's expected in court after trying to take his own life. A hearing is scheduled today for the suspect in the Tennessee church shooting. This is 25-year-old Emmanuel Kadega Sampson, and he's expected to be in court today. Sampson is charged with murder in connection to a deadly Antioch church shooting nearly 2 weeks ago. Authorities say that he got to the church as service was getting out and opened fire, killing one woman. He then walked into a sanctuary and fired shots, injuring 6 others. Sampson shot himself, but he is recovering. Let's talk about O.J. Simpson. He was seen in public yesterday for the very first time since being released from prison. He was at the Las Vegas Metro Police Department headquarters to register his address. And there you can see him leaving the station, getting into his car, and being driven away. He was released in the dark earlier this week, late at night, after spending the last 9 years in prison in the slammer for a 2008 armed robbery and kidnapping case. Carolina Panthers quarterback Cam Newton has apologized for a comment that he made about a female reporter during Wednesday's media interviews. Take a look at this.
After careful thought, I understand that my word choice was extremely degrading and disrespectful to women. And to be honest, that was not my intentions.
Well, this apology came about 9 hours after Dan & Yogurt announced that they would drop Newton as their spokesperson. They called his remarks sexist and degrading. He called them that and says that he's urging young people to learn from the mistake that he made. A rare video of the late singer Selena was recently discovered in a video camera donated to the Smithsonian. Now, this video shows a local Univision reporter's interview with her at a music festival in San Antonio, Texas. This was back in April of 1994. If you are a fan of Selena, you might remember she was killed by the president of her fan club, nonetheless, just a year later. The 23-year-old was a multi-Grammy Award winner, a star, in fact. At the time of her death, she had millions of fans worldwide. Her life story turned into a biopic by Jennifer Lopez as the star. All right, coming up right here on Local 4 News at noon, as we head into the weekend, we're going to take a look at some of the highly anticipated films that are due to hit theaters. But first, let's check in with Brandon, because we know the weather is always on everyone's minds as they're going to be tailgating tomorrow.
The most watched event in Metro Detroit tomorrow, the big game at the Big House, and we're tracking a few Friday showers, a warm, windy, and possibly wet Saturday. We'll talk about it next.
Two different women with two different reasons, battling the same monster.
I've had several surgeries. I've had lymph nodes removed.
Melanoma crosses their path.
I think she'd be proud of us, everything that we've done.
What they're doing about it is saving lives. Tonight at 11.
Our client.
Welcome back to Local 4 News at noon on a Friday, and thankfully it's Friday because bleh, look at that shot out there. Just dreary, low clouds, gray skies, and 50s. We've been spoiled. Yesterday near 80 degrees, and today we're in the 50s. We'll get into the 60s, and a lot of this rain is beginning to fade, but not just yet. We have showers coming out of Milan, heading over into downriver communities, southern Wayne County, parts of Monroe County, maybe over towards Rockwood, and then south of Grosse Ile or the Grosse Ile area into Essex, maybe as you head over into parts of Leamington, Ontario, still to get wet. And we're tracking a few more showers right on the Ohio border that will be trending in our south zone over the next few hours. But north of I-94, things are a lot drier, so temperatures very well to get into the middle 60s, maybe a few upper 60s, and spotty showers this afternoon. I wouldn't count on a whole lot of this, but a little push this evening could bring a couple of showers to some of our high school football games. And there will be a few rounds of rain through the overnight hours. The stuff that we get around 7 p.m. looks fairly light and should move through pretty quick, but ponchos, parkas, umbrellas, bring them with you as you're heading out. Temps in the 60s, maybe dipping into the upper 50s, at least briefly. But that should be about it then. Here's a look at Tropical Storm Nate down off the Yucatan Peninsula with 50-mile-an-hour winds. It looks like by tomorrow morning, still a tropical storm, late Saturday, Category 1 hurricane coming into the United States here, and Sunday morning likely going to be near the New Orleans area, so we'll keep watching that. Here's a look at some of these showers around for this evening. Most of tomorrow is dry, and it's going to warm up. The winds are going to be cranking and even some hazy sunshine. But as we head into the evening hours, we have a chance for some rain and thunder showers at the Michigan State game. But the latest model data, just want to show you this really quickly. Watch the timeline. Doesn't have the wet weather really coming into play until about 10 or 11 p.m. So maybe we get through most of the game, but no, there will be some rain and thunder around that could be a temporary delay. Sunday, a much nicer day. Evrod, the Lions are at home, and Columbus Day, probably a lot of kids off. Looks good.
Brandon, thank you. So Harrison Ford was already known as the man who played Han Solo and Indiana Jones when he signed on to do a different sort of science fiction flick. His turn as Rick Deckard in the film Blade Runner was another iconic performance and one that stood out alone for 35 years. But now there's a sequel and a chance for Ford to add to his legacy. Here's this week's box office preview.
I think I found him.
That's not possible.
Ryan Gosling finds a buried treasure in Blade Runner 2049. This long-awaited follow-up to the 1982 film teams Gosling with original Blade Runner Harrison Ford. The La La Land actor returns to the LA of the future as a cop searching for human replicants. What he discovers is a secret that could destroy society. Blade Runner 2049 is rated R.
I think we may have the same problem. I have an idea.
Idris Elba and Kate Winslet get a crash course in friendship in the mountain between us. The two met on a chartered flight after getting stuck at the airport, but when their plane goes down in the Idaho wilderness, they realize their survival depends on the kindness of a stranger. The Mountains Between Us is rated PG-13.
We just got our cupcakes handed to us by the worst party crasher ever!
Friendship is magic in My Little Pony, the movie. This animated feature, drawn on the TV show from the 80s, takes viewers to Equestria, where Twilight, Sparkle, and the main six encounter a threat to their happy home. My Little Pony is rated PG.
These are the rooms we're not supposed to go in.
And kids create their own magic kingdom in the Florida Project. This film follows the daily adventures of a 6-year-old girl living in a ramshackle motel next to Disney World. But while her mother does dangerous deeds to pay the rent, manager William Dafoe becomes more than just an innkeeper. The Florida Project is rated R. Well, there's at least 2 out of those 4 that you might want to go see. We'll let you decide which ones those are. Still ahead, no water bowl is safe from this dog. Find out just how long this St. Bernard's tongue is in order to set the Guinness Book of World Records. Finally here at noon, come close to the screen and see how long this dog's tongue is. A St. Bernard from South Dakota has set a world record for having the longest tongue for a dog.
According to the Guinness World Record books, Mochi's tongue measures 7.31 inches. The previous record was held by a dog whose tongue was 4.5 inches. Man, it's just, he lapped him. Get it? Mochi's owner says her dog is happy, but having some breathing problems. The tongue is a little too big.
I have no words.
Can we just put that back up and let...
Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you on Monday. Go Green!